Hey, what is up? Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios, and I just wanted to share a video with you documenting a randonaut journey that I took recently in Cleveland, Ohio. Enjoy. Okay, so I am staying in a hotel in Cleveland, Ohio, and I've decided to do a randonaut journey. I set out the intention for Twin Flame, like I wasn't really thinking very clearly when I set the intention, but the address that it came up with was like, I think it was like 2031 East 9th Avenue or whatever. So in tarot, 6 is a lover's card, and 2031, if you add that up numerologically, it would be a 6. So that was an interesting synchronicity right off the rip. Like I haven't even left my hotel room yet to go check it out. And then additionally, the whole 9th Street thing, right? I live in apartment number 9. This has been like a very hermit-like period of my life. So there's all of these correlations here now as well. And then on like a very juvenile and base level, 69. So I don't know. I'm gonna go for a walk here. It's about 9 minutes away too. I'm gonna go for a walk and then see what is there and see if there's anything that relates to like a twin flame or romance or anything. I'm never in Cleveland. I shouldn't say I'm never in Cleveland. I never just randomly walk down streets in Cleveland and like look for weird shit as synchronicities. So this will be really interesting to see if it relates to anything. So I will touch back in when I get to the spot, actually, I think. So I'll let you know what's up. Peace. Okay, so I'm pretty much at the spot that it had suggested, and it's like in the middle of a cemetery in downtown Cleveland, right? And one of the weird things is there's this crypt over here with like a little candle and some incense going. I don't know how well you can see it. I can't really position him. You can see that candle, all right? So remember, the randonaut thing that I had asked about was like true love. I'm sorry, twin flame. So there was literally a flame there, like the light in the darkness. So that's one odd, peculiar thing. Another thing is that could also be somewhat called a crypt. So like twin flames are cryptic. Light in the darkness. Also, this cemetery should be like locked down at night, but for whatever reason it's open. Most people would be freaked out of going to a cemetery in the middle of the night in a strange place, especially based off of some random GPS coordinates thing. So there's that aspect of it. Like twin flames are intimidating to most people, usually off limits because most people might not have the facility to like go through it. The other thing is this is like in the middle of the city, so there's like stuff going on all around me. And to me, that's indicative of like it being this still spot amongst all the chaos of the world as well, right? And I'm admittedly like not a big proponent of twin flame philosophy. I think it's very often misconstrued and misunderstood. But I don't know, maybe this is just changing my perception of it, and this is like putting it all behind. Dude, and here's the weird thing too, right? There's a building right across the way and it just has the number 9. And it's the hermit and self-reflection. Also, 9s are about like fruition and things coming to a head. And the more that I poke around with this whole concept of like randonauting and stuff, the more it's really uncovering things and adding to sync. Right now, here's a grave of like unknown early settlers. And I think a lot of unknown early settlers miss out on their twin flames. Fuck, dude. This is weird. And then I think I'm right by Jacobs Field or Progressive Field or whatever it's called now. And it's like, it's all just a game. I don't know, man. This is odd. I'm gonna stop the video and kind of recalibrate when I get back to my room. Right? What is the name of this cemetery? Erie Street Cemetery. Yeah, dude, that was definitely eerie to say the least. We'll touch back when I get back to my hotel room. So I wanted to get one more thing because this is going on. And it literally says, hold on, let me read it to you. The best messaging deserves the best medium is what that sign says. And it's weird to just have gone through like a cemetery and then get a message like that, right? I honestly think that a lot of the randonauting stuff is better suited for people with symbolic literacy and able to interpret various stuff. Like, I know that some chaos magicians use it, and I'm curious, like, I gotta do more digging in some of these videos and see what else I uncover, because I'm really, like, underwhelmed by some of the things that I've seen, like some people's experiences. Granted, I watched one video, so that's me basing a larger experience off of a very small data pool. But anyhow, I'll touch base when I get back to the room. All right, so I'm back in my hotel room now after that little randonaut journey. And one of the things that I really want to point out is normally I do this in my neighborhood or close thereby, right? And doing this in a city is so vastly different, and there's so many more data points of different things that can come up and allow you to, I shouldn't say allow you, allow consciousness or whatever it is that's functioning out there to really put on this show for you and arrange things in a significant way. And we can argue that it's our own consciousness, or that I shouldn't even say our consciousness, but it's our own minds arranging this stuff into a meaningful way. But I think when you actually experience it, that it's vastly different than that. And that's really intriguing to me. Something else that was fascinating is, how do I want to put this? I think that a large part of the benefit of this is if you already have have trained your mind to think symbolically. Like, all of the streets up here are like 18th, 14th, and to me those are all associated with major arcana cards and kind of the overall energy of those cards, right? But when people begin to train their mind to think symbolically about situations, it unlocks a different type of personal progression, I feel like, to where, let's just say that there's nothing beyond what our minds see on these situations, right? There is nothing else going on there beyond that. But if you're able to go out and have a very significant experience that can help you see situations differently, or give you a different vantage point on a problem or something you've been struggling with, I don't see how that can't be valuable. And if it can progress you to make shifts or process things differently, like, why aren't more people doing this? And I think that a large portion of it is initially programming your mind to think that way. For me, I don't know if it's Asperger's or if it was like from when I had a huge shift in consciousness earlier on in my journey, that makes symbolic thinking easier for me. Like, I don't even have to like actively put work into it. It's just how my mind shifts things around a lot of times now. And obviously, when it was initially transitioning to that, it was really chaotic. But as I've gotten more acclimated to it, it becomes an incredibly useful tool, because it's almost like there's the regular like world, and there's this overlay of all this deeper information that really can progress one's life. and it makes me, this is like the last thing I'm going to say on this, because I could talk about this for an extended period of time, I feel like. But Gordon White talked about how cities have souls and cities have different spirits, right? And I want to say that he said it was from the Invisibles comic book, and even though I'm reading that, I don't recall if it is or not, right? But when you really think about that concept, and you think about something like randonauting, you're going to get different experiences. And this one tonight was like somewhat playful and somewhat frightening, but like really, really enlightening and warm too. And I'm going to have to play with that too, right? Do I get different? I know it's always going to be a different experience, but does it have different energy? Like, is it like I'm engaging with different vantage points of this consciousness, right? I don't know. It was just awesome. Anyhow, I got to get up somewhat early because I got a client I got to do a reading for, and then I got to work on some stuff for the website and some other things. So I got to get to bed, but I really did just want to document that experience and my thoughts afterwards, because it was really weird. Anyhow, good night.